wanted to just show you one of my secrets for always feeling more comfortable on camera when I'm attending a Zoom meeting. So to me, there's nothing worse when I hop into a Zoom call with somebody and I want to test out my mic and all that stuff. And so I click to do that. But like before I can get done, boop, 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 they've pulled me into the meeting and now I feel frazzled. So Zoom actually has a test wizard that you can use before each and every meeting. Doesn't matter if you're on a free plan or a premium plan, everybody can use this so that you can ensure that your microphone, your camera, your speakers, everything is all set up in advance, plus a couple of other things that I like to do before I even hop into a Zoom call. So let me show you how it works. So all you need to do is you come over to Zoom, and what you do is you scroll down to the very, 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 very bottom of the screen. And what you see under support, you'll see something that says Test Zoom. So click on that. And it brings you to what's called the Join Meeting Test. And as you can see, if you look up at the top of the screen, on the top left corner, you see zoom.us/test. So that's a shortcut. So you can bookmark that. You can just type it in. I usually end up just typing it in because I'm always looking for my bookmarks. But that's the fast way to get to this. But you can go either way. So if I want to test everything out in advance, I click join. And what it's going to do now is it's going to walk me through a wizard. So I'll go ahead and say yes to that. It's going to walk me through a wizard and make sure that everything is selected. So actually, before I even begin the wizard, and this is my other special secret, is I just I take a look at everything and I look and I just go, oh, does my background look right? How's my lighting? Am I in shadow? How's everything looking? Am I centered? I want to make sure I'm not like way down here. And I also want to make sure I'm not up here and my head's cut off. So we always want to kind of make sure that we're centered in the frame and that we have that sort of internet inch at the top so it doesn't look like we're banging out of the picture. So that's where you might decide I got to sit up closer. Maybe I find like maybe my computer's too low. Now what about a stack of books and have everything at eye level? So these are sort of the little tricks you can do on your own so that you feel really, really good once you enter that Zoom meeting. So I look at myself and the question is, do you see yourself? So this is easy peasy. Do I see myself? If I don't, I'd fiddle around and I'd choose a different camera. So I have two different cameras attached. One is my webcam. One is the FaceTime camera that comes with my Mac. I wouldn't want to choose that one because my webcam's sitting on top of that. So it's like one of those little ones that hook on. So anyways, if you have multiple cameras, you just choose whichever one you want to use. And then I would say, no, try a different camera, and then I would go through and see which one I want to try. But I'm good with that, so I'm going to say yes. So the next question is, do you hear the ringtone? So I've turned it down. So it says, do you hear the ringtone? So that's really important. Do you hear the ringtone? If I don't hear the ringtone, it's probably because I don't have the right speaker attached. So you have to think about it. Are you using the speaker that comes with your computer? Do you want to use, maybe you have iPods like I do, or just your regular earphones that hook into your computer? Whatever you use. Maybe you have big speakers that are built in. Choose whatever you want. Just as a Zoom tip, it's really, really good if you can use headphones like your earbuds or your iPods, because sometimes if you use the speakers that are built into your computer, they can cause some feedback. And, if you've ever been on a Zoom call and it's like, rah, 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 you hear this kind of munchy sound, that's because there's just bad feedback. So you want to, if possible, always aim to use some sort of headphones. And I like earbuds, especially like these black ones, because nobody sees these. These like kind of disappear into my clothes. So, it's up to you, but that is my suggestion. So do you hear the ringtone? So I do. So I say yes. So then the next thing is speak and pause. Do you hear the replay? Now, I'm not going to do this because if I start fiddling around with this, I think it'll all come back. Actually, maybe if I turn up the sound, we can hear it. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. There you go. You can hear the replay. There you go. You can hear the replay. So I turned that down, so hopefully we don't hear that, fighting with what I'm trying to say right now. So it's actually picking up my Yeti mic and I'm hearing it come back to me. I love that feature because then you can really feel confident. You don't have to go, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Nobody wants to do that on a Zoom call. So that should be good to go. And you should always see an input level here as you're testing. And that shows you again that it's working. So if I say yes to that, gives me a summary at the end, your device is working. It's got the camera, it's got the speaker, it's got the microphone. Everything is good to go. And all I have to do is end the test. I'm out of the Zoom call. So there we go. That's it. I am now out of the Zoom call. I don't have to worry about anything. And if at any time I want to do it again, all I have to do is type in zoom.us/test. I hope you find this helpful. And there's just nothing better than knowing you're all set up before you go on a Zoom call.